So we're at day 8 of the Walk by Faith Challenge. And here we are in preparation for Hurricane Milton. And you can see the clouds are foretelling. It is calm, that calm before the storm. That is what we're experiencing right now. And as I'm walking today, I've been reflecting and thinking about this message that I heard yesterday from Pastor Stephanie Ike about spiritual maturity. And one of the things that she highlighted was the importance of understanding the times that you are in, understanding the season that you're in. And she gave an example of Noah. God came to Noah and told him to build an ark. We don't know if Noah was a builder by profession. However, God gave him that responsibility, and he gave him time for how long it took him to build that ark. And so Pastor Ike says basically that time that was given to build the ark was an opportunity. It was a grace, a moment of grace, an opportunity for people to get their lives in order, for people to repent, people to reflect and repent, people to realign themselves back with God, basically to know that this is a time of grace before the judgment. And unfortunately, many people missed that, and they didn't use that time to reflect. As they watched him build it, they just went about their affairs and went about doing what they normally do. And so I'm just thinking about even with this storm. And one thing I'm grateful for is meteorologists. You know, there are people who have studied storms, they have studied the weather, and they have given us an opportunity to prepare, right? To reflect and repent and prepare. That's God's way of giving us grace. We know and we're expecting the storm to land tomorrow, Wednesday. So we have a moment of grace right now to really reflect. And that is an opportunity to also intercede, an opportunity to ask God to have mercy. To have mercy on us and to help and intervene and to calm the storm, that it doesn't ravage people's lives and people's properties and everything. But these times like this bring a lot into perspective. Number one, that we don't have as much control of things as we think we do. And it also has told me, myself, that, we haven't, as I've been thinking, I haven't loved God with all my heart, with all my soul and with all my mind. I haven't loved my neighbors, myself. I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about myself and my family, my situation. I go to bed, that's what I'm also thinking about, and yes, your family is your ministry. There's only so much you can do in terms of stretching out. But the Lord has given us the world. When he met Adam, he gave him dominion. He gave man dominion over everything on this earth. So we haven't really been very good stewards of it. And we haven't sought him, who is the source, on how to do that, how to go about doing that for us individually. It looks different for everyone. But it says that true religion is taking care of the widow and the orphan. How many of us, and I speak for myself, know the affairs going on in the world in detail, where we can actually know how to even intervene? The one thing we all can do is pray. But how often do we even do that? And one of the challenges that I have, and I've mentioned this before in my YouTube video, is that, one thing that the enemy can do when you have a sickness like this, or an illness, your whole life becomes centered around that if you're not careful, and you can become self-centered. So there's the thing of you having the issue, right? But then there's also now where the enemy can come in also in terms of your mind and make you self-centered and everything should be serving you, and everything should be surrounding you and what you're going through. And so there is that need to be aware of that, and that's comes to the forefront for me, to remember not to make this illness be my whole existence, and that people should be there just to serve me, and everything should be there to serve me and my condition, because of my condition. So with adversity, we also have to be careful, because we can turn that into our idol, and it can be something that deters us from actually doing what we're supposed to do and being who we're supposed to be. So just thinking about that, and thinking about what role I have played in what role have I played, or have I played my role? Yes, I've played it with my family, but as a member of society, and as a member of this world, as a contributor, as a person who has been given authority in this world, what have I done to take care of it and be a good steward of it? So that's just a reflection I've had, and it's an opportunity not to feel guilty, but more so it's an opportunity for grace to repent and seek God's grace and mercy, and guidance on how to be realigned. So just times like this help to bring in perspective as we're scrambling to get sandbags, as we're scrambling to board up our windows. We also have to do a preparation on our heart, to do a checkup on our hearts, on our souls, and thank God for the grace period. Grateful that we have grace to prepare, we have grace to evacuate if we need to. Thankfully, I'm not in an evacuation zone. However, it's good to know those things in advance, to be prepared. That's grace. And so we thank God for grace. Every day you are alive, it's also grace to make things right. It's grace to be realigned. And so are we tuned into the season when God is saying walk, but we are sitting, or he's saying sit and we are walking? That plays a big difference in our outcome. So may God give us mercy, have mercy on us, show us mercy. We thank him for the grace that he gives us through different means, like for us in this particular situation, the grace to prepare, the grace to intercede, so that he may intervene and just calm the storm. So yes, this is my reflection for day 8. I'm at 1.66 miles, just heading back to my community and to home. God is in control, and it shall be well.